Dober večer. Upamo, da ste uživali v filmu. Zdaj se zahvaljujemo distribucijski hiši Demiurg. Pogovor bo potekal v angleščini, če kdorkoli rabi prevod, lahko zdaj pove, ker lahko pogovor tudi prevajamo.
Okay, we should first start by congratulating on the film. We all really enjoyed it. It was probably the only film that the entire team agreed that it should definitely be in the festival.
Okay. So, what is, in your opinion, the main message of the movie?
Actually, there are so many messages in this movie, but the main message is in this movie, the girls are not victims, they're heroes. And this is a movie that everyone should have some kind of inspires about that, because of these situations is always happening. And then normally so many girls are not saying anything to their family, not saying anything to this society. But in this movie, the girls are saying something because something needs to happen and something needs to do. So I think that's the main message.
Thank you.
She's agree with me.
So how do you perceive the character of the grandmother? Because she never really picks a side. On one hand, she agrees with the girls, but she never really stands up to their uncle.
I think she's not the bad character, but it's her way to get us out of the house, and because she grew up like this, and she wants to do the same thing with the girls, and yeah, by getting them married, yeah, I think.
And she's trying to protect us by her solutions, but our solution is more difficult than her.
Is tradition really such a big part of the Turkish society, or is it exclusive to the countryside?
Can you say it again? The Turkish society?
Is it such a big part of the Turkish society?
It's changed actually, because Turkey is a really mixed society, and there is so many people are so open-minded, but so many people are so close-minded. And actually, it depends to the family, and if you're grown up with an open-minded family, you will have more difficult ideas about that. But if you grown up a closed-minded family, you will always learn about that. The power needs to be on the man's hands and some kind of things like that. So it depends.
Tugba, you live in Paris, right? So could you compare Paris and Istanbul, maybe?
I mean, when I go in Turkey for holidays or something like that, I can feel like a pressure on me, because like my family says always like don't don't be late, don't wear skirts or things like that. But generally, my family is like modern, if we can say that. So yeah. Like, it's true that in France I'm more free, and yeah.
Would you consider the ending of the film optimistic or pessimistic?
For me, it's optimistic because of, I think when people see this girl's hopes, they were expecting this kind of end, because we were always seeing Lale's side of the sisters, and all of the sisters are gone one by one. And after the end of that, Lale is doing this not just for herself, she's doing this whole thing with her sisters and herself. So I think that's an optimist end.
Also, it's her fights, and it can be optimist. And she, like, Istanbul for her is like New York is like a dream for her, and she get there, and yeah.
So this question is actually for you, Tugba, because we heard that you didn't get the part in a standard audition. But could you tell us a little bit about how you got it?
I met Deniz, the director, in the airport. So, yeah, she came to me and said that she was going to make a movie, and I look like a Mustang, and yeah, and I gave her my number, and we saw each other a few times, and then I met with the girls, and here I am.
So at this point, we would like to ask if anybody from the audience has a question. No? Okay. Then you should.
True story? Is this a true story? Is it a true story?
Yeah, actually, some of the parts are from Deniz's story. Deniz had this experience when she was little. She has with her friends in the sea, and their family told us that it's not true, and some kind of things that grandma said to us. So it's true, yes, but not is everything going through with Deniz's family like this. But some of the parts are so real, and some of the parts are like a dream. So it's a mixed story.
Yeah, for example, the scene where I get married and I don't bleed, and I'm going to the hospital. It's a true story that a doctor explained to Deniz, and say that when a girl didn't bleed, there was a lot of families who came the night of the marriage into the hospital, and yeah, there's a lot of things like that. Yeah.
This wedding scene is always happening in the wedding season, like 50 or 60 times, and it's so much.
Thank you.
Anyone else? No. We were.
The title is not very Turkish. The title of the movie.
Actually, Mustang is a wild horse, and it's like the girls. The girls are so independent, so rebel, like the horses, and all this long hair comes like the horses in this. And also, one of the Deniz cousins' name is in the literature Little Wild Horse, and so this is why she chose this.
We were also wondering, like, what was it like shooting with so many girls, and how did you all get along, and if anything funny happened or that you would want to share?
Actually, everything was so funny around us because we're laughing so easy when we were all together and we were just looking into our eyes and just saying nothing. We remind something and starting to laughing, and we can't stop. And with being this so many girls this is really good thing because we have a real connection. We are sisters in the movie, but in the real life we're like real sisters right now. So we're always helping each other in the shooting, and in the real life we're always talking and helping each other and do some kind of things. So it's actually makes our job easy to working with the comfortable people that you feel.
Yeah, it was a good experience. Yeah.
Has your life changed in any way after the film? Your life, yes.
Yeah, of course, because the movie had traveled a lot around the world. It was selected for the best foreign film at the Oscars, and yeah, it was like, yeah, it had changed our lives.
We're not going to the Oscars every time, so of course it changed.
Of course.
Which scene had the biggest influence on you? Or, yeah.
Actually, there's two scenes. One is the AJ is at the table and making jokes, and this speech was real. The speech is the real government man told at the TV, and he said that women shouldn't laugh in the public and some kind of things like that. And it's always happening in Turkey. The government thinks that they can say anything that they want to say about women. Women should do things, women shouldn't do things. So I'm really, really happy about that. It is a part of a movie. And also, I always watch the movie for the I feel like when Lale and Nur at the bus, and Lale is having a dream, and she shows us at the Yasin's bus, and our hairs are with the wind, and it makes me feel like it's really sensitive, and maybe the thing that I lived this, but I'm always having some kind of things on my arms.
Sorry. Yeah, you mean like the influence that the film had on me? Yeah. I think I had like more confidence in myself because before the movie I was like really shy, and and after doing this I don't know, like I had like more trust on myself, and yeah.
But do you have like a favorite scene or in the movie?
There is that scene when after both we're getting married, we're like that, and we're talking, and we were like crying for real because I felt like it was the last time that we were seeing each other. And when we stopped the shooting this scene, we saw Deniz, and she was also crying, and all the crew was crying with us. And yeah, it was because she was also pregnant during the shooting, and yeah, she was very emotional. Yeah.
How did you prepare for your role? Was it hard to connect with your characters?
We had like boot camps before the shooting. We were doing like exercises. Like we had to share our secrets, hugging each other, and yeah. But yeah, we had like some movies also to watch, and yeah. Also, for me, it wasn't like hard to be in this character because she's like a normal teenage girl who just wants to live her life with liberty, and yeah.
And for me, it was not so hard too because I'm like really like Sonai, because she's someone like who turns the situations to the opportunities. So I'm kind of like this person, and also connecting with the girls. It's a really comes up with naturally. Yes, we have boot camps and we do some kind of exercising, but something just happened. And I remember that when I first saw Tuba, I was like looking like a mirror because I never met anyone that looking like me, and so it was like twins at the moment.
Do you remember which movies that you had to watch?
Yeah, I watched Wild at Heart for Sonai, and also Lolita, and some of the scenes of Marilyn Monroe because she was like more flirty, and also we watched so many movies together, like Fish Tank, and we never remembered the one movie's name. It was like a little girl who is saying that I'm a man. She lives with her pop. What? I don't remember the name.
Okay, so does anyone in the audience have a question now?
Is it true that in Turkey, when football match, the guys get too violent, they invite only females?
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah, it's real. Okay, good tactic.
Yeah, it's real, and it's sometimes it's happening again because men are getting so crazy about football in Turkey, and so but you show the women are getting crazy for the football too, and so.
Congratulations first for your roles, but just a practical question. I mean, practical. Is this allowed that a family decides that a girl who is still school obliged is closed in the house and is not allowed to go to the school anymore? Is this allowed in Turkey? Can civil forces do nothing with this?
Actually, for now, like 2 years or 3 years. It's you need to study high school, and after that you can. It's your choice to go to the university or not. But some families are doing some kind of things that at the beginning they're not get the girls or the boys for the school, so they forgot this child. So if you don't start, they don't know you, and then it started like that. But sometimes it's like when you go to school for like 30 days, you will done with the school in high school, and then some of the people are doing this, and they're not allowed to do their child to go to school, and then their all year is gone, so they can't go to high school anymore.
Any other questions? Then I guess that's it. Yeah.
Tugba, Ilayda, thank you very much for coming. I think we also have a gift for you. This is it's a Kinodvor golden card. With it, the door to our cinema is always open to you. Hvala.
And also, thank you for the Kinotrip to taking care of us. And this is a really important and this is a really good thing to happen for the young people, show their creativity and their impression about the cinema and art. And I think this is, we're thinking that this is so special. So thank you so much for inviting us and being making us be a part of this.